What capabilities do our armed forces need to safeguard Philippine interests and maintain a credible defensive posture in the West Philippine Sea?
We are now talking of the arbitral tribunal, and this was in 2016. But what we are not talking about is what happened before 2016. Your armed forces reported all this reclamation that we've been seeing as early as 2013. And then 2014, all these developments, as they increased their reclamation, all of these were documented by your armed forces, but nobody took action about that. The DFA, even the Office of the President did not take action. Even the National Security Council did not take action on this until such time that they were able to completely establish military bases in this West Philippine Sea, and until there's this ruling from arbitral tribunal. So, Madam, my answer to your question, what do we need? It's really political will. It's really political will. Because if at the start we did something to tell China to stop that reclamation, and remember this was 2013, then probably we could have nipped on the bud this attempt by the Chinese to reclaim. As the military is an extension of politics, we would abide with whatever the president, our commander-in-chief, would tell us. And currently, the policy is to make sure that there's peaceful. I don't want to say coexistence, but maintain peace and stability. But of course, we are not saying that we are foregoing with this ruling of the arbitral tribunal. In fact, our DFA, I think, until now, is still invoking on this ruling. So right now, if you're asking us about capability, the first capability that we need are really the wherewithal to send this message that this government is serious about protecting its rights. And it doesn't matter if we only have a few floating vessels. It doesn't matter if we only have a few fighter jets. As long as we are clear and we are unequivocal about this position, then I guess the message would be very, very clear to other governments, not only China, but the other states who have interest in West Philippine Sea.
Our Air Force definitely will be needing additional aircraft that would be able to capacitate the Air Force to do its aerial patrols in our territories. With regard to the Philippine Navy and our need for more patrol craft to be able to conduct regular maritime sovereignty patrols in our territory. And also we have the so-called littoral monitoring stations for us to augment our capability to look over our borders regularly if and when, for example, weather does not permit or allow our aircraft or our vessels to do the regular maritime and aerial domain patrols that we do, Madam.